Hello guys, welcome back to another video from Behind the Clutter. In today's video, we are gonna unbox and review HTC's DM85T multimeter, which you can get for around 1300 rupees on Amazon. This one is a true RMS multimeter, which means that it can measure accurate current and voltage even when the input waveform is not symmetrical. Because it works by adding the instantaneous values of voltage or current in a waveform and then takes the average value from it. While in case of a normal multimeter, it considers only peak values from a waveform and then takes the average value from that. So it will only show correct values for symmetrical waveforms such as sine wave. Now let's open the box and see what all we get inside. So here we have our instruction manual. Then we get two AAA batteries. Then we get a pair of multimeter probes. And we get a thermocouple for temperature measurement. And here we have a certificate that proves that it's original. And it's a good feeling to see this in the box as there are many fake ones out there. Though this one looks smaller, it's equipped with tons of features compared to a normal multimeter, like fully automatic range selection, non-contact voltage detection, temperature measurement, frequency measurement and more. So now let's put the battery and turn it on. Before that, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon next to it so that you will be the first one to get notified when I post a new video. This multimeter comes with an auto power off feature and a low battery indicator, so we don't have to worry about the battery charge. So let's turn it on. This multimeter can display a maximum of up to 6000 counts, which simply means that it can give you more decimal places of accuracy before rounding off to the next value. So now let's check the functions of this multimeter one by one, starting from the flashlight. And for that we have to turn on the multimeter and then hold the select button for 2 seconds. Now we have to connect the probe in order to check rest of the functions. Now let's check the functions on our rotary switch starting from AC voltage. So turn the rotary switch to AC and the display will show auto AC. And it can measure a maximum of up to 600 volts. So let's measure the voltage of my household power supply, which is 230 volts. $229.3 volts. It's pretty accurate. So let's move on to our next one, that is DC measurement. Here also it can measure up to 600 volts, but I am limited to my available DC sources. So let's use some batteries and check the DC voltage. Now let us move on to our next one, that is resistance. And as it's having automatic range selection, we don't have to put it to a particular range. And here we can see that it's automatically set to mega ohm range by default. So let us check the resistance from all ranges starting from 10 ohm to 1 mega ohm. Here all those resistors are showing minor losses when compared to its original value. That is because most of the resistors are manufactured with a tolerance of 5 to 10%, so it will not be accurate. So it's working fine within all ranges and we can see the unit of the resistance at right side of the display. Here this position is common for checking diodes, continuity and resistance. So in order to set it to continuity, we have to press the select button 2 times and then you will see the continuity symbol appears on top of the display. Bring the probes together and you can hear a beep sound and a lower resistance value on the display. This means that there is continuity. So this one is also working. Now let's move on to our next one, that is capacitance measurement. This multimeter is capable of measuring capacitance from 60 nanofarad to 60 millifarad. And for testing, I am using capacitors of 100 microfarad and 1000 microfarad range. And by default, the multimeter is set to nanofarad range. So let us start with the 1000 microfarad capacitor and make sure you discharge the capacitor completely before connecting to the multimeter. It is showing 1 millifarad and that is very accurate. So let's move on to the next one. And this one is also showing a very close value. So let's move on to the next one, that is frequency measurement. But as per user manual, we can only measure frequencies of voltages up to 10 volt in this mode. And in order to measure voltages above 10 volt, we have to switch it to AC voltage position and then select frequency in that. I don't know why, but it's only showing correct frequency of 50 Hz while placing positive probe on the live port and common in neutral. So it's showing approximately 50 Hz, and that is the frequency of my household power supply. Next one is the temperature measurement. So let us replace the probes with the thermocouple. When we position rotary switch to the temperature mode, it will automatically display room temperature by default. And here we can also view this value in Fahrenheit scale. And it's currently 30 degrees Celsius out here. And it is having a measuring range from minus 40 degrees Celsius to 1000 degrees Celsius. So in order to check a higher temperature value, let us heat this metal plate and place the thermocouple over it. So it went all the way up to 94 degrees Celsius. Now let us check the temperature of a cold medium. And that is all the way down to 3 degrees Celsius. So it's working fine in both ways. Now let us move on to the next one, that is non-contact voltage detection. This can be used for sensing presence of live wires or tracing wire path inside a wall. So this feature is also working fine. Now let us move on to the last one, that is the current measurement. So in order to measure the current, we have to change the positive probe to the ampere slot, and the common will remain in the same place. And for any current measurement, start from the maximum range that is available in the multimeter, that is 10 ampere. And keep in mind that it is limited for 10 seconds of measurement. So here we are going to measure the current consumption of this motor. And for that, connect the multimeter in series with the motor and the power supply like you see in this video. Now place the other probe onto the motor terminal and you can see the current value on the display. And I almost forgot, there are two more buttons to talk about. By pressing this hold button, you can hold the current displayed value on the multimeter. And if you hold that button for a little longer, then it will turn on the backlight of the display. And finally, you have this range button for manually selecting the ranges. So I think I have told you everything I know about this multimeter, and if I missed out anything, please let me know in the comment section below. So with that being said, this is Gokul Raj signing off. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.